And Bangkok, good morning, November 289 Alpha Uniform. Flight to Singapore requesting clearance and engine start, please.
Ferry flights. How can I describe them? Those unique journeys where aircraft are moved from one location to another. Often across vast distances and continents, encapsulating the essence of adventure and the underlying spirit of exploration. This has always defined humanity. These flights are not just about transportation of machinery. They are epic tales of endurance, skill, and the relentless pursuit of connecting our world in ways previously unimaginable.
Well, that's Bangkok. Bye, Bangkok. Oh, you're down just past the equator. Wanted to get it on zero. Anyways, but it's much differently here. On my way to Surabaya. Run this day tonight. And then tomorrow, go to Australia. Down under. Looking pretty good. Some thunderstorms rolling around, but they're in the distance. So I expect a pretty smooth flight. Just landed in Singapore. Nice uneventful flight, so that's always good. And next stop is Surabaya. And so time to get fueled up, take a pee, and on to the next one.
in Surabaya. Oh, I'm so tired by now. It's pretty heavy, but in any case, I forgot my tablet in the restaurant, so let's hope it didn't get stolen. Oh, that's foolish of me. Anyways, now I gotta go see if I can get it. I'm pretty sure it's there. So I'm just on my way to the airport in Surabaya. Yeah, interesting place. I stayed downtown. Not too much going on here. It's pretty much a living, working, ordinary city. Not like some tourist party trap like Bangkok or Singapore or something. In any case, very, very nice people, very accommodating, and very, very cheap. They had hotels for like $2, which were livable. I would say not a place I'd stay, but if I had to, I definitely would. $2 is a bargain, that's for sure. But the majority of them are all under $100 for the best of the best. It's pretty nice and pretty inexpensive place. Doesn't seem that there's too much to do around here. If for a foreigner to I guess maybe Dali or some other bigger city would be something else. But lots of interesting things. There's a bunch of Russian jets everywhere randomly. Yeah, so another those jets is maybe another one. There was a couple other ones just in the middle of the road randomly. So MiGs and Russian built stuff. Interesting. Oh, come on. Gotta get over here. These scooters are crazy. They're even worse than like in Rome or someplace. They just swarm on you. I guess is a tricky one.
Yeah, because very limited cap. Only at the port in seaport that available.
Ah, I see.
So we contact the Pertamina. They only can send this morning at 7 o'clock.
Okay,
7 o'clock.
at least they could send, yeah. Why don't they keep it at the airport?
I don't know, maybe the request is very small, limited. That's why inefficient if keeping it here.
Yeah, but where does it go? If it's in the seaport, there's no boats that use it. It's only for airplanes. So
I asked to the Pertamina staff if someone need avgas, they need reservation first, and fuel dump at the seaport, not in the airport. Only after in airport.
I see.
And not all airports have avgas.
Yeah, that is the problem. But if it's not at the airport anyways, what difference does it make depending on the airport?
Yes.
I mean, then every airport either has it or doesn't have it. After some interesting complications, looks like we're getting pretty close to leaving Surabaya and heading to Darwin. Hopefully, can be airborne in the next hour or so. And they said that fuel's supposed to be here, but I don't see it. Anyways, almost to Australia, down under. So it's winter here. They said it doesn't feel like winter, but it is technically winter here. I'm actually pretty close to Christmas Island. I'm sorry? It depends how long the hose is. Let's see how long the hose is. That's a long hose, so put the drum here in the middle. Right? Yeah, then we can easily do both sides. All right, perfect. So that looks pretty good. It's an airplane. Flight controls, binding. Bolts and pieces are on there. It looks good. Nothing dripping. Now time to put some oil in. Been pretty good on the oil consumption. I've made this whole trip with a pretty new engine with only
3 quarts used. It's not too bad, only 3 quarts. So usually the new ones, they burn a little bit more as they go through the break-in period. It technically was broken in, but still they tend to, the first 100 hours tend to consume a little bit more than they would after. This one's pretty good. All right, and we're almost getting done. Almost getting done. Almost out of here. Just over Bali, cruising along at 16,000 feet. Nice tailwind. Gonna land with more than almost an hour and a half of fuel, so it looks pretty good. Yeah, and if I didn't say it, I'm on my way to Darwin, Australia. And right over in Indonesia, there's a big volcano here. It's 15,000 feet. Pretty impressive. I'm about 1 hour from Darwin. I haven't had any radio communications for the last couple of hours. It's been pretty quiet. Alone and dark. But yeah, if I disappear, only my cell phone will be the only thing. Well, be in the bottom of the ocean, but maybe one day somebody will discover my last words. Anyways, I expect to get in contact with them any moment now. Trying to get a hold of Brisbane. Yeah, but it's looking good. Send it down to 12,000 feet according to the clearance I was given, and got a nice tailwind. The ground speed of about 180 knots. So doing good. Doing real good. Down under. I just sprayed a bottle here of some crab for disinfectant. I'm now waiting in Darwin for 5 minutes till I'm clean enough to get out of the airplane. I guess is the situation. What is this stuff anyways? It's the blue bottle. Top of descent aircraft stuff, whatever. Well, I'm down under in Darwin, just walking the streets and soon going to bed because it's been a long week. And tomorrow I have another 10-hour flight in front of me to get the Gold Coast, but I'd figure I'd enjoy a few hours in Darwin before I have to get up in the morning. So, but to me, Yeah. Interesting. Different. For sure. Other side of the world. And it's winter here. It doesn't feel like winter. It feels nice. It is winter. Here. Made it to Australia. It's crazy. Could never imagine. I've been to every continent on this planet except for Antarctica. Some sort of serenity here. I can't explain it. That is nice. The ocean is just behind me. The ocean I just flew over to get here. And just nice. Really nice. I wonder if that's safe. Let's find out. Strange, nobody's around. Just alone here. Crazy. That one was kind of dead. Huh. That's better. Welcome down under. So I'm just about to get out of Darwin. I'm gonna head over to Golden Coast. It's like a 10-hour flight. I'm gonna make one tech stop, fuel stop in Isa Mountain. So it's about a 4-hour leg. Bit chilly winter here. I think I need to have a sweater on. But anyways, gonna get gas. I really like the system here. We have a self-serve fuel, so I can manage it on my own. Big GA community, which makes me very happy. GA standing for General Aviation. It's huge. I mean, feels like the US here. Great, loving it. Anyways, let's make this last leg happen. Just holding short here in Darwin. Have to wait in line. Busy airfield. GA, love it. Love watching it. Love seeing it. Great. But hopefully gonna get out of here any minute. And be on my way to Mountain Top. About 1 hour out from Mountain Isa. Winds are kicking my butt a little bit. It's 40 knots on the nose, but it's supposed to be like 20. So now I'm going to descend down a little bit. Hopefully winds will be a little bit better. Things are going good. Other than that, weather's beautiful and the scenery's awesome. Phenomenal. Wow. Just endless there. It's a little mining town. Pretty cool looking. Actually, really. Middle of nowhere. Down under in the outback. So I'm just gonna get some fuel and continue on my way to the east towards gonna go to Gold Coast. And I'll take you guys with me. Should be dark by then though, unfortunately. But it's beautiful here. I'm just getting out here and it's cold. I forgot there's winter here. Winter in July. This is something difficult for a person who grew up in the northern hemisphere to understand. Wow, it's chilly. I think it's like must be like 10 degrees Celsius, of course. Fahrenheit, and that'd be an icicle. But here I am, and gonna get some gas. It's nice, beautiful area. Just gone down, and unfortunately I have a headwind which is much stronger than predicted, so I have about 60 knots headwind, and that means I have to divert to another airfield called Rockhampton. So it's a little bit more north, but it gives me plenty of fuel, and I'll end up staying the night there, and then delivering tomorrow. A little bit unexpected. Weather isn't too good there either. It's about 1,200 feet, rain, clouds, and I'll be flying in between two segments. Severe turbulence, so I expect it to be pretty bumpy coming in. Yeah, but that's the business, you know. You got to be able to have an alternate plan, and when plans change, be able to execute pretty quickly and be flexible. So that's what it is. Now I will deliver tomorrow rather than today. But yeah, anyways, that's the adventure of it all. Can't predict anything. Just go with the flow. Considering this will be the first immersion in a trip of this distance, and with so many complications and dynamics, it's actually not bad. So I expect normally at least some sort of issue or diversion, because you can't plan it perfect and things change. And that's just the nature of Ferry-Flight. I'm not smiling as much as I normally do. I have to go divert again. I'm going to a small place, just going to top off and evaluate the weather situation. Where I wanted to go is Rockhampton. Unfortunately, there's some segments for turbulence and icing, so it's clear that it's not a good place for weather. I don't want to be there with this airplane dealing with icing. As it is winter,
Australia, so I have to consider that. But now I'm diverting to another airfield called Barcelona, and I believe it's absolutely in the middle of nowhere. But they have avgas, and I can pay with a credit card. I'll just top off, and then figure out what I'm going to do next. That's the plan. So plan A was a no-go, plan B was a no-go, now I'm on the shooting plan C.
Well, I've landed here in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing here. Not phone reception, nothing. Lights, they just went out. And yeah, the approach wasn't all that good, unfortunately. I don't know why I couldn't get the they have the pilot commanded lighting system where you click the mic and it turns on, but I don't know why it wasn't working. And then on the approach, and then when I missed it, I got it to turn on. So then I tried to stay in the pattern and turned on a downwind, figured I'd try to land, but then lost sight of the runway, so I had to climb back up and go on the whole instrument procedure again. However, yeah, it was a little bit stressful. Too many things on this flight. So on the third airport, bad weather, raining, icing, headwinds, just we're running out of options. But anyway, safe on the ground, and I think the margin was reasonable. So we'll see.
Well, I just departed Barcaldine. It's very late now. It's almost 10:30 in the evening. Really, unfortunately, there's just so desolate. You know, the weather and all the airports which are closer, it's really bad. So the best option is just to continue to Gold Coast where the weather's good and I stay just south of everything. But it's a long haul. It's going to be another 4 hours of flying. Not something I want to be doing. I would have liked to have ended the day already, but the options are to be stranded at an airport, sleep in an airplane, or deal with bad weather, or deal with good weather and fly a bit further. I think I'll take the good weather and the further flying. I'm getting there slowly.
Well, that's all she wrote. I'm in Gold Coast. It's been a long day. But it worked out. At the end of the day, a little bit rough coming in. Had to divert, crappy weather, and I just saw a meteor. Wow. And it's like 2 a.m, but mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. That's it. Well, it's 2:30 in the morning, and I'm in my hotel in Gold Coast, Australia. That concludes the flight that began in Schönhagen, Germany, and went a hell of a long distance across a big part of the Earth, from the northern hemisphere to the southern hemisphere, in 7 days. In a Cirrus, without too many issues. Actually, it was pretty uneventful till the last leg, which is pretty typical, maybe getting in a rush, and just didn't expect the weather to turn south, didn't expect the winds, and ended up being one decision which cascaded into other decisions, which resulted in me having to divert to a second airport in the middle of nowhere, and make this long leg afterwards. But anyways, worked out, and I wouldn't. It was a good trip. My goal of just getting one run in Brisbane before I head out this evening is almost done. It was hard to find parking and everything before the sun went down, but I'm on it, and I'm in some sort of park. Pretty nice. So I'll do about a 5K run and then head back to the airport. Actually was something that was flying in the air. Now, normally you can say, well, there's an airplane or something like that, but there's a couple of reasons why whatever it wasn't an airplane. Could have been a drone or whatever, or some farmer, but kind of unusual circumstances. That's why I'm talking about it. Basically, I was flying into that airfield, like as you can see in the video, and I had to do a go around, and then I entered into what's called the pattern. I entered in downwind, and as I was on base, I saw these 3 lights. I couldn't really tell if it was something on the ground, but then it seemed, from my perspective, that it was flying towards me, or coming at me. So I broadcasted clearly on the airport frequencies for the aircraft to identify itself, but nobody responded. And I waited a few more seconds till it looked to me that it could become, let's say, for safety reasons. I don't think I was ever that close, but for safety reasons I decided to abort my landing and enter back into the procedure for the approach, and that way I could just kind of reset everything and speak to the controller and see that there was an ATC there, and the airport was uncontrolled, but the airspace is controlled. So I went back to the ATC to speak with them. They said there was no reported traffic, so I just assumed that I saw a reflection or whatever. It was some sort of illusion. And I continued the approach and landed. No other airplane landed, didn't hear anything after that, so just kind of forgot about it. But ironically, when I was editing the video, I noticed that there was actually something there, because you can see in the video that this light kind of appears. Now, it's only one light in the video, and probably because my camera, doesn't work too good at night. And but from my recollection, there was 3 lights, looking a little bit like one center light and 2 outer lights, and I couldn't see when I was looking for any nav lights, which gives me an indication of the direction of flight, or any beacon, which would have made me believe that it was an aircraft. Now, I'm not saying it's UFOs, but based on my scientific analysis and logical thinking, it was certainly a UFO from outer space. But it could also have been, somebody flying a drone. Would find it, from my perception, it was a little bit bigger than any drone I've ever seen. And a helicopter at night, and considering it's in the middle of nowhere, whatever it was kind of unusual and very interesting, and a little bit redeeming that I'm not insane that it was on my video. So that is a short explanation of my UFO encounter in Australia.